So in this video, we will try to understand why actually we need functions. Last videos we have seen how do we write a function, what are the parameters, what are arguments, should a function return a value. So all these things we have already discussed. Now the question is, why do we actually need functions? What is the purpose that it is serving? I told you, for any modular programming, function is a building block. We basically divide the entire program into small chunks. Those chunks are what is known as functions, right? So we will see practically how actually it is being done. So here what we have written is a program. This program will ask user for a number, and it will list all the prime numbers from 2 to that number. Okay, this code we have already written in the previous videos. In addition to that, this program will also check whether the input number is an Armstrong or not. So Armstrong we have already discussed. So this code also separately we have done to check whether the number is Armstrong or not, right? So let's just run this program. We will see. So this is the program. We'll just run this program. So enter a positive number. We will check if the number is Armstrong or not. We'll also list all the prime numbers from 2 to that number. Let's say 153. So number is not an Armstrong. We'll try with 370 also. 370 is an Armstrong. It's an Armstrong. So Armstrong number is basically 370 is an Armstrong because 3 cube plus 7 cube plus 0 cube is equal to 370, right? So Armstrong numbers are numbers which obey that rule. So let's just quickly go through the code here. So here I have declared an integer, number, temporary number, TMP number, some integer I, j, some digit, then is prime. So this is 1 means it indicates the number is prime. If it's 0 means it indicates the number is not prime. So this is to output we are given, enter the positive number, list all prime numbers. We are saving the number to the variable number, right? Now we are using the loop. So this loop you might be familiar, from 2 to that number, from 2 to the whatever I value is there up to that. We are checking whether it is prime. Then if it is prime, we are printing it. Otherwise, we will go into trying with the next number. So basically, the number is 10 means we are checking with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are checking whether each and every number is prime or not. So this we have already done in your code. So I am just quickly going through this. Then the second one for Armstrong, what we are doing is we are first finding the number of digits. Then we are separating each digit and raised to number of digits. So that for that we are using power, right? So 123 means we are taking 3 cube plus 2 cube plus 1 cube. So that cube comes from number of digit. If it is a 4 digit number, we have to raise all individual digits to 4. Okay. So first we will find how many number of digits are there. Then we will individually raise all those digits to that power and get the number. We will check whether that initial number and sum is same. Right. It's a very simple program. We have already done this. Now this is a decent implementation. It is clear. It is doing what it is supposed to do. Now the same program we have written in function, right? So this is the length of the program. So this much part is again same. It is ditto copy. Afterwards, what I am doing is from 2 to the given number, I have to check whether each individual number is prime or not, right? So for that, I have written a function here, is prime number, check. Okay, so basically this function, what it does is, it will take a number from the user, it will check whether the number is prime. If it is prime, it will return 1. If it is not prime, it will return 0, right? So it is written here, function returns 1 if the number is prime, else it will return 0. So basically I have made a new function which will just check whether the given number is prime or not. So basically from 2 to that number, each number I am checking whether the number is prime or not, right? So when I made a function like this, it is more clear. How do I check for a prime? Simple. Is it prime? I am opening that function. So what is written in function we will see later. But that function will just tell me whether it is a prime or not. It will tell me, it will give return 1 if it is a prime. it is returned 0, it is not a prime. So then I'll just have to check the return value. If it is 1, I have to print the number. So I'm listing all the prime numbers. Again, Armstrong, another function has been made, is Armstrong check. So this is another function. So function returns 1 if the number is Armstrong. So it should be if the number is Armstrong, right? So that number is there. I am just sending it to a function. The function will do its whatever it's supposed to do, and it will return 1 or 0. If it is returning 1, it is an Armstrong. If it is 0, it is not an Armstrong. So if is Armstrong is what I am doing here. So basically, if is Armstrong means if this is 1 means if will work. If it is 0 means it will go here. It will go to the else. Okay. So this is how if works. Okay. Now we will see these two functions. So if you have seen this, now if we just read this function, it's very simple. It is very clear, and you know, if there is some error also, we can understand where the error has gone. So basically, the function looks, the program looks very simple now. Okay, the main function what I have written here is very simple, and each directly I'm telling I am taking for a prime number, I am taking for an Armstrong number. Now we will just quickly we will go into this and see whether how we have implemented this. Now if you go down, so this is the first function. Function name is prime number check. So that is this function. So before starting a function, I have given a brief description about this. It's always a very good practice to do this. You have to give the function name. You have to tell a brief description what it is doing. So basically, it is checking if a number is prime or not. That is a functionality of the function. That is what function does. Then you have to write what is the parameters. So there is only one parameter, number. It is the number which has to be checked, or it is the input. Then it will return 1 if the number is prime, 0 if the number is not a prime. Okay. So the data type it is returning is short int. So short int is similar to integer. Only thing is it takes little space. Okay. So how much integer space takes and how much short integers takes, we'll discuss in another video. But just assume know that short int will take half the space of an integer variable. So why did I take short int? Because it has to return 1 or 0. So 1 or 0 need not have much space, right? So what I'm taking is I am taking the number from 2 to that number by 2. I am checking whether the number is divisible. If it is divisible, it is not a prime. Otherwise, it is prime number, right? Prime is equal to 1. So initially I'm assuming the number to be prime. Up to that number, I am dividing which are the numbers. The division is possible means it is not a prime. So I am turning the value to 0. If it is 0 means it is not a prime. If it is 1 means it is prime. Okay, so that is why I am returning this. So this is how the prime function works. Another function that I have is a count digit. So the name of the function is count digits. What it does is count number of digits of an integer using a loop. Then it takes one parameter, so that is my number, input of which we have to count the digits. So user gives a number to this function, it will count and give you how many number of digits is there, right? So this also we have done. How do you check for number of digits? To return the number of digits. Again, function is Armstrong check. This is another function that I have written. It will check if a given number is Armstrong or not. Input is the number which has to be checked for whether it is Armstrong or not. It will return two values. 0 if the number is Armstrong, 1 is if the number is Armstrong, 0 if the number is not an Armstrong, right? So again, it is returning short int. That is why short int is given. So if you observe here, for the count digits, I have given integer because digits can be 10, 15. It can be a higher number. Here I have used short int. Same thing. Only thing is to get the power. If you have for checking Armstrong, you have to find up to what power you have to raise the numbers. That is done by another function, dcount. Okay, so basically I'm calling a function inside a function. So dcount will give me count digits of input, right? So whatever function number is there, it will give the count digit. Then it will do all those whatever we have done and return the number. The number is Armstrong. Or if it is Armstrong, it will return 1. If it is not an Armstrong, it will return 0, right? So I'll link these two codes also in the description so that you can quickly check this. So it is not important to understand the code. It is very important that how functions work. So functions basically is able to reduce. Basically, what it has done is the previous line. So this much. So this much block of code I was able to reduce to this one line, right? So this small block, sorry, this small block. This much block has to reduce to this small block, and this block has been reduced to one single line. This looks very neat and tidy, right? So basically, function helps you in building scaling the program very fast and very easily, right? So this is all I want to tell in this video, why functions are used and a simple example of how do we use a function. So I hope this is clear to you. We will see in another video.